All right, I'm gonna give it my typical 5 minutes. Okay, y'all hearing the noise in the background? Lord, there we go. Y'all hearing the noise in the background? I got a nice machine. It was on sale at Walmart for like $59 online. And I've been wanting an ice machine because most of my freezers all have meat or frozen product in it. So I was doing ice trays, but I can't even fit an ice tray in there. And I just said, you know what, I need an ice machine. Because every time I go to Starbucks, they have them give me extra ice because I like everything with ice. So it's a countertop ice machine. It was on sale for like 59 bucks, which is cheap. Because most of the time I'm seeing them like $70, $80. And it was on sale. And it's a Frigidaire. And it's just me, but I like it. So far, today, but just came today. It arrived early. So I had to clean it out. Comes with a little ice tray. Let's see, little cubes. This is the small. Y'all can see the small cube. Little hole in it. Yeah, so that's the small cube. And right now I have it over there and I changed it to the large cube. So I'm giving it a little workout to see what it's doing. But so far it's not bad. I'll let y'all know what I think. While I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm gonna talk about some stuff. And then we'll talk, and whether anybody come in or not, I'm gonna talk about whatever is on my mind. This is my outlet. So I was in one of my favorite little stores, which I hadn't been to. Even when I got back here before the whole pandemic drama. I had not been to a store called Trader Joe's, which is like a favorite little store of mine. Trader Joe's, how can I put this? It can be somewhat expensive or inexpensive depending on how you shop in there. If you're one person or a couple, I think it could work okay. If you're a family, no way in hell. You're going to have a big bill. Because the items that you get are more individual for either one person or two. That's pretty much what it is. And to me, most of the meals are set up for two people. But I hadn't been in there in a while. And they have, so here's one of my insulated bags by them. And I've had this for a little bit. So, but they had another one that I used to have, a blue one. The yellow one's in the kitchen. And it was kind of a rectangular bag. Who's in here? Artworks Photography. Hey, Artworks, have you been in here before? Welcome to the channel, by the way. I'm a huge Trader Joe's fan. Have you been in here before? Let me know if you've been in here before. If not, welcome to the channel. Yeah, we've got them here in Arizona. Under that name or under a different name? Were you here last week? You have to forgive me, because I'm getting old, y'all. Getting old. Were you? I don't remember. Were you on there last week when I talked? I can't remember, because sometimes my people come in under different names that I know. But welcome. What part of Texas? I stayed in Lubbock. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, baby. Much love. Were you in trucking? Is that how you got to me initially? Was it trucking? And what part of Texas? I stayed in Lubbock for off and on for a couple of different times. Because my father was there. He passed away there. I like Lubbock to visit. Okay. What are you reefer, drive in, flatbed? What are you? Let me know what you are. But I went to Trader Joe's, and I don't know if you like sushi. I love Asian food in general. Asian is my top. If I rated food, my being big like I am, my favorite food is Asian. And my favorite number one Asian food would probably be Japanese, which would be sushi. Okay. So I happened to hadn't been in Trader Joe's in a minute. And so I said, well, I went in really for the bag. Oh, so are you doing bus? Class B? You doing bus? I think B, isn't B bus? Let me know if that's regular transportation. Good money in it. It's union. If you're doing that. It's good money, it's union, but you're going to deal with instead of products that can talk, you got products that's crazy. That can talk, walk, and it's crazy. Ooh-wee, especially right now. But I went into Trader Joe's, so oh, cement mix. Okay, you're doing all right. You're gonna be all right. Trucker Nikki was she didn't do cement. She did, I think it was asphalt for the freeway out here. When she was trying to be local, but at least you home in your bed, because that over the road, it gets old after a minute. I love seeing the country, but after a while it wears on your body, it gets old. And if you saw my videos in the beginning, you know I'm almost double the size of what I was from when I started. I gained a lot of weight. So that's what I'm working on next. I'll talk about that maybe here a little bit too. But Trader Joe's, if you like Asian food, this right here, kimbap, bomb. You can only get 2 of them. The ones out here, they only allow you to get 2. That's how bomb they are. I love this. So I got this, and I was only got 1 the first time I saw it. I was like, oh, I like sushi. What's kimbap? I'll try it. And this is like a Korean type tofu vegetable seaweed roll. So it doesn't, I don't even think it has any meat in it. I think it's more vegetables. It says, yeah, Korean tofu and vegetable seaweed rice roll. Let me see if it got any meat in it. It's just tofu, but it's good as heck. It's just mainly tofu. It's good as heck. I enjoyed it. So I get these, and you can only get 2 of them. So this right here, no sponsoring of the video, but y'all holler at me. This kimbap is on hit at Trader Joe's. And then they didn't have any of it, so the 2 girls said, oh, if you like kimbap, you'll like this other one, which is jumoki or whatever it is. I'm going to just put it up here. Y'all can see it. There you go. And that's a Korean rice ball. It's plant-based. So all of these are vegetarian pretty much. This is all plant. It wasn't that I was trying to go for vegetarian, but I don't have no problem with vegetarian. And it was bomb. These are good too. I enjoyed this. So these are really good. But I enjoyed this. So I got both of those, and I recommend them. So I had those the other day. Yeah, if you like Asian, and you heat both of them up. So for some people who don't like sushi, that's perfect because there's no raw meat involved. It's just tofu and vegetables. That's all it is. But it was really good. You heated it up. And then I just did some soy sauce. I had some sushi. I got store sushi. And I just heated that with the wasabi and the soy sauce and the ginger and mixed up a little sauce, and it was on hit. And honestly, neither one of them have to have sauce. They are that flavorful. So I will be getting more. But I have been up there a couple times after I had the first one, and I was like, oh, I got to mention this because let me say this. I had it for breakfast this morning. I ate them for breakfast this morning. That's how good they are. Phenomenal. I wasn't in here chin wagging too much. What's your weather like right now in Texas? What are you guys doing? I know Houston just had some major storms. I think they had tornadoes and a whole bunch of stuff come in. Okay. I don't know what we probably are getting ready to hit our hundreds, 90 to 100, because yesterday I was out. I got up early in the morning. I went and had breakfast. I went and got the Asian things from the store. And then this is the package it comes in, but just open the package and then you can put them in your freezer. It's a lot easier than putting this whole package in there because each package is individualized, and I think it's only 3 of them. Yeah, it's only 3, and each package is microwavable. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes. And I just do one, and then I did that little other roll, and the roll is like a whole roll. And this right here, it's a 2 minutes, and then you just let it sit for 1 minute, and it's ready to serve. You do have to freeze them, and it's a whole roll package, which is nice. And like I said, those 2 that I just had, that was what I did, and I just wanted something for breakfast. Yeah, well, Houston had them. I didn't know how bad it had affect you guys, but I know Houston had them. Yeah, they good. You're going to like them. I'm going to say I think you're going to like them because I thought they were bomb. Let me say, for me to call the store and like, I done been up here, y'all don't have them. And I only went for that. I don't know for nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. I went, because when I got them there, I went before, was it about 4 weeks ago? I had not been in a Trader Joe's, and my main reason was to get one of the insulated bags, not the one I just showed y'all, but it was, and it was supposed to be in purple, but it's like a rectangular insulated bag, which I used to have a blue one. No idea what I do with my blue one. If I find it, great, but no idea. But I had a blue one, rectangular, and it's a great little insulated bag when you go to the grocery store. So I saw people who were doing reviews on them. I'm like, oh, I ain't been to Trader Joe's in a while. And they have really good insulated bags. I'm going to be honest, this bag right here is bomb. It's actually better than the other ones because it's like a, forgot what they call this material, but it's very canvas. It's like a canvas material and insulated really well. So that one's good, but I like this. I like the rectangular one. I just like the way it works and it seems to fit more. So I was like, okay, let me go. Well, when I went, they were out of the one. I think they said it was pink or purple or whatever. I didn't really care. And they were out of it. So I was like, okay, they're not going to have it. So then I happened to go, while I was there is when I discovered those things. And I do like Trader Joe's spices. So Trader Joe's has some of their spice blends are really, really, really good. They had one is a chili lime. I think it's a chili lime. It's supposed to be kind of on the method of this. Y'all see, this is always near me. Tajin, which is a Asian spice or a Latino spice we use here in Arizona. I'll get it in a minute. It done went under the table. So they have it's called chili lime, but it's actually a nice cooking spice. So I was like, okay. Well, while I was in there, they got one on the citrusy garlic, and then they had another garlicky something. So I like garlic. So I was like, well, let me grab these. And then they have one that I've always liked, which I think I put it up already. I had them sitting over here by the couch because when I go through my groceries, sometimes I sit on the couch and think about organizing where I'm putting stuff. But it was called 21 Seasoning Salute. Yeah, their spices are good. And so I would go in, I would get their spices. And I was like, well, let me grab some of the spices while I'm here. Because I actually introduced a couple of friends to the 21 Seasoning Salute, which is like their salt-free seasonings. Phenomenal. It's really good. So let me pick up some. Now, I do get the bulk seasoning sometimes from Costco. Because Costco also has a salt-free seasoning blend, which is good. And it's bigger. But the Trader Joe's one is really good, too. So and the bottles they're like $2. So they're $2.30 or something like. They're under $3. Let's put it like that. Usually $2.49, $2.30. And I think when I first started buying like $1 or something, and now obviously everything went up. So I was like, well, let me buy that and I'll get this. Well, when I went back in, I was going to get some more of that citrusy garlic and stuff. And I had also picked up these two Asian dishes. Phenomenal. Once I picked those up, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and get. Well, I didn't pick up the second one until just recently, but once I got this one, I went back and they didn't have them. And he says they sell out in the first part of the morning, and they do a limit of only 2 per. They say 2 per household, so 2 per shopping trip. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get 2. That's how good they are. People are just going in there and buying them. They're like $4, so like $3.99, which is really good for a sushi roll in general. And this doesn't have fish. Again, it's just tofu. And I tried it. I was like, okay, they didn't have it. So I had a doctor's appointment Friday. And I found out there's a Trader Joe's over. I was in office, so I had to go to my doctor appointment, which is all the way in Tempe, where I'm originally born and raised for part of my life. And so I was like, well, there's a Trader Joe's now real close to the job. So let me just waste time because I had to go to the doctor's appointment very early in the morning. And I'll go to Trader Joe's. They didn't have them. She said, we didn't get our supply in. So Saturday when I went to get breakfast, I said, let me call and see if they got them. And I went, and then at that other Trader Joe's, they introduced me to, since they were out of the roll, they introduced me to this one. And this one was so good, I was like, okay, I'm going to get both. So I was there, and they had both. I got 2 of the kimbaps or whatever, and then 1 of that jumani or whatever they call it. So that's when I went back. But Trader Joe's, if you have them, they're a good store, I think, for single people or for couples. If you got kids, they're going to be too pricey because unless you're okay with spending that kind of money, you're going to have to buy double or triple of everything in order to get enough to feed a family. Whereas you can try a package or 2 packages and just have them for later. But if you feed, 3 or 4 folks, it's usually not, it's not going to be conducive to what you're trying to do. So I like it. So yeah, if you hear about right now, that's the ice machine. I got a new ice machine. I've been wanting an ice machine, so I finally got one on sale. Anyway, what do we got? Oh, see, that's Trader Joe's Be Perfect. It's perfect. And I'm trying to shop because I'm so used to shopping where I don't know why. I grew up in a house where my mother always, and it's probably why we're all obese, she cooked almost like she was cooking for an army. So granted, there were initially the pervy stepfather, her, and then me. And then when she had the 2 boys, there's 5 of us. And then, then it was 4 of us. But, she kind of cooked like she's cooking for an army. Well, I learned that same cooking method. But then at the same time, both my grandmothers, they always cooked a lot, because if you cook, you can always freeze it for later. But I've been trying to shop more for myself, and then just maintain, because I do have, I can shop from my shelves. Well, you can, because, so for me right now, honestly, I don't need to buy meat. My freezers are stocked, and actually, I could probably live. So during the pandemic and after, I had dreams about food, some food issues, and I believe, in my own humble opinion, God has prepared me, because we are experiencing some of that now. So for me right now, I don't normally, only thing I really have to go to the store for is fresh vegetables, maybe bread, and really oh, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep talking and do what you gotta do. I normally, because I'm gonna talk about a subject anyway, so you good. Be safe on the road and whatever you do, okay? Thanks for coming to the channel. Good to see you. But for me, bulk shopping, I'm just talking about this since it was a subject that came up. I think you can shop from yourself and save money. And so right now, I buy things on sale. I have them in bulk, and I have supplies because I was saving for me and my father in case something happened and then he passed. But even now, with the prices of groceries being where they're at, I don't spend nearly what everybody else spends. And I do that because I'm able to shop for myself. If I need a can of beans, I can go back there. If I need rice, I got rice. I got rice to last me for a good year. I got beans to last me for a good year. I don't have to buy beans. Honestly, I don't even have to buy meat right now. I can shop from my refrigerator. I can make chicken salad, tuna salad. I can make pasta. I can shop for myself. I don't have to go to the grocery store except for fresh vegetables. And once I get the garden going, I won't even have to do that for a lot of stuff, if I can keep the lizards from eating my food. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna talk about my subject because we over 5 minutes in, and I won't be on here because I got homework. Because this is my second. This is my second to last week. So this week and then next week, and I'm done, and then I go to my next class. So I'm gonna say the reason I did this video, all that glitters is not gold. This is my Sunday video. If y'all come in, give it a like, thumbs up, share it out. Some of y'all hit me up and say, Shannon, I caught on a repeat, and you hit me up afterwards. That's cool, because I'm just uploading it this way. I don't record and have to edit. I just go off the top. And it's my outlet. It's what I do. I recently watched a video, and I had kind of followed, as most of us, I'm not going to mention no names, but y'all will know who I'm talking about. A lot of us, especially in my group, we grew up with 80s and 90s hip hop. And there were certain artists that came out, and we liked the bop and beat. Some of them became even clothing brand people and had their clothing brand, and now they got liquors and everything else, and they have become very wealthy. And oftentimes I see that we idolize, it's probably why God tells us not to have any idol image and everything else. We idolize other humans that are human. And recently we have discovered, what's true, what's false, I don't know all the details, but what may look to be that this person has some issues, isn't as crazy as Hades. Abusive, drugging people, possibly raping people, possibly trafficking folks, a whole bunch of stuff that we recently, and now we seeing violence against females. And what I saw was disturbing, as many of you probably saw what I saw. This morning I get up and I see a news feed that says, oh, this individual has got on social media and they've apologized, and I'm watching it and I'm going, because none of what I saw, in my humble opinion, seemed sincere. And it just seemed, I don't know, bro, if I'm really believing you. I pray you get it right. I pray that whatever's going on to make you cray cray like you are, that you get that right. But I want to say all that glitters is not gold. And we have, especially in our current society, I see a lot of our youth and young people, and I'm going to say those, I ain't going to say the 40s, but the 30s and unders. Well, 40s and unders too, who idolize certain people who have some issues going on, not only mentally, but even spiritually. And some of the stuff they into is even demonic. Some of them, I know y'all got, some of them got fan bases. I'm a such and such fan, and I've always thought their music was okay, except for when they were part of a group. I like the group. When they went solo, I was, I'm okay with you. But I did notice that when I saw the video of this hotel where this man just beat down this woman, female. I don't know if she's trying to escape him. That's kind of what I get, is that she was trying to exit stage left. And what I saw was deplorable. And then when he did his video saying that he's getting counseling and he was in a dark spot, I don't know. I just didn't take it as sincere. I didn't take it as remorseful. And again, I don't know this individual's personality. I pray that he gets it right, because God looks at those things. And I pray that you get help, because it's obviously that you need some help. But I also think that sometimes money makes people think they're above the law. And sometimes people just become different. And I've seen people that I have even have come into money, and their whole behavior has transitioned. And it's this untouchable, showy, better than kind of behavior. And I can have it my way because I have the money to do what I want to do, and not knowing there are repercussions to every action. But I see a group of humans that try to mimic people that they think they want to be like, because they see the success in the money, but there's a cost in it. And there's usually something that's not good in it. It was funny, I remember years ago, back when I first shaved all my hair off and I had a female barber. And there was, I can't remember, it was something that happened with a star, a really big popular star back in the day. And I can't remember. And she said, that's the cost of fame. And I looked at her and I thought about what she said, but she's absolutely right. When we hear the stories of some of our very famous people, like the whole Whitney Houston thing, I shed tears, Whitney, because we looked at her in such an hey, Wendy, girl, say it again. That's facts. And a lot of people think, I don't know what it is, but they become different. And what I saw, and also the boldness to where you gonna pay off an entire hotel to get rid of footage of you doing some deplorable act, but it told the truth. And my thing is that we have so many people, especially these young folks, that want to mimic themselves after a lot of very ratchet folk. It was funny, I have a friend who her son is graduating. Kid's a good kid, not a bad kid at all. But she got the video and the word they're now using, and look at the drip, which is how they dress. I'm like, oh my God. And they do this thing, this ghetto thing I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm blinging and mimicking these stars, and some of these folks are ratchet as hell. I can even see them. The music is ratchet, they ratchet, everything about it is ratchet. And I'm going, and it just has gone, it's tanked. There's no class to it. It just has tanked. And these kids are mimicking it. And this particular person who's in my and your age range, who is Gypsy Rose? I don't even know who that is. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Who is that? I have to look her up. Or him. I don't know who that is. But a lot of these people, the influencers now, they're looking at the stars. They get a certain type of car. I'm watching some of these videos they're putting on YouTube where the kids are going, look at my new apartment. Or they call it a condo, like they're buying it. It's an apartment. And they renting it. You renting $900, $1,800, $2,500, $5,000 a month apartments to get on YouTube And to show this apartment blinged out, I'm thinking, my dude, you could buy a small house in the right city and state. Go buy something. Don't rent a $5,000 apartment to be blingy on you. It's not logical. Maybe they're writing it off as a business expense. I have no idea because I'm sitting up there going, this is not logical. But then you have other people mimicking this. Oh, it sounds familiar. It sounds very familiar. But anybody who does that, there's some damages between her and the mama. I'm not justifying what she did because it's crazy. My mother was very abusive, but I didn't go off her. But people who push those buttons, they can push you into those mindsets. So there's something about mama and the relationship there that ain't right. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying this is a much deeper issue than what you're saying. But at the same time, they make these. This is what is glorified in our society today, and it's scary. And like what I saw, and I'm not mentioning names because I think you know who I'm talking about. Here you are, hip hop mogul, you've got designer, you've got liquor, and my other concern is now your kid's arrested for raping some chick. And my thing is, how much influence and pervertedness did you translate down to these kids? There's a lot of living on her end. What do you mean living on her end? Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, well, doggone. And Wendy, I'm not shocked because I figured they had a lot on this person because I know you don't just go and invade somebody's house just pull that out the crack of your butt, especially the government. That means you got a whole bunch going on. And I believe what they're going to do is they're going to let the media unleash the little pieces, and then they're going to go after this individual. Oh, lying. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I know there's going to be more because I knew there was going to be a whole bunch in the beginning. So the federal government did not just go into your house to go for your kids. They building, and it's coming. But what they're doing is they're waiting. There's a way you set things up when you go after things, and I believe they're setting it up, and they're gonna walking right into the door. So the cover up with this chick and probably whatever testimony they got from her, it's kind of like Trump and his madness. Even though Trump, I don't think Trump going to jail. I think they just gonna find him and go after money, which is gonna be a drop in the bucket for him, for all that he did. He done did a lot more than that. But for this individual, they gonna do his real smart and slow, and they gonna let little pieces unleash, kind of like R. Kelly. And you're gonna see the truth. But I don't believe he's gonna be the only one. I think you're gonna find there's gonna be a lot of affiliations that are going to tumble down with him, unless the right cash is paid to hide it. And there gonna be some other big moguls that gonna tumble down because for what he was doing, other people were highly aware of it. That's not just something he was doing on his own. Because this doesn't sound like something that was overnight. It sounds like he's been doing it for years. And you probably have other affiliations who are moguls like you in the industry who did something similar, if not worse. I'm just saying. And so they gonna strip it away piece by piece. Mommy Dearest. No, but I do remember the Mommy Dearest. There was one called Mommy Dearest, and the woman was abusing her daughter. Oh my God, that's an old one though. That's old, old. And it's supposed to be based off a true story where the mother was some kind of actress and she was doing some major abuse to her daughters. And then you also have the one, was it Hughes? I can't remember. He was married to the chick and wouldn't let her take his kids and did a whole bunch of shady stuff. I can't remember which one that was. But, right now, like I said, a lot of these folks, we worship folks that shouldn't be worshipped. And we treat them like they're deity. And all they are is humans with a lot of issues. I was a huge George Michael fan, for example. And George had a song out called Star People. If you ever had a chance to read it, because I will give him that. The guy was an excellent lyricist. He could tell a story. And he was an excellent writer. His writing skills were beyond scope. A lot of people, we get to the bippity boppity bippity and listen to the beat, but George Michael was a lyricist. He could write his face off. And he wrote a song, Star People, and there was a point in there, he says, but you can pay the rent. So you're complaining about all these things, but at the end of the day, you can pay the rent. And he got what he's telling you in the story is that a lot of people who are wealthy and stars and all that are just jacked up human beings. That's why I say you got to be careful who we worship and want to be like. And I see these kids, I used to work in the healthcare industry, and these young girls, I'm creating what is it, they trying to create a clothing brand for their kids, or the ones who want to be hip hop. Oh, I'm a rapper. Huh. I remember I was sitting when I was going to do something with my license, and I was going back in the truck, and I think I had to take the hazmat again, and I'm sitting there waiting for them to update my license with the hazmat logo on there, endorsement. Kid comes in, he looked like he don't have very much, looked like he was sleeping on somebody's couch. So there's a brother in there, I'm going to read what he. Amen. Amen, Wendy. I'm going to get to that too. There's a brother in this thing, and he said, he goes, hey, he's trying to talk to him, and he says, and the kid goes, oh, I'm a rapper. I'm just doing this just to cover things. I'm a rapper. Look, okay, you a rapper? I'm a rapper. Bruh, you ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. So he in there, you can tell he's barely making it. But the whole time, I'm a rapper. Right now, you're not a rapper. Rapping is a hobby. It ain't paying the bills. If that's hopefully what opens the door. But my thing is that they idolize and they want to be these people as if success is there. And there's a cost. It's like I'm seeing all these influencers right now. Right. I'm looking at these influencers right now, and some of them, I can tell they're trying to be these stars that they see, and they trying to live their life, and I'm like, you living your life right to hell, because some of it is so unreal. I'm like, this is unreal. As my friend yesterday, we went, or was it Friday? Thursday. I think it was Thursday. We went to go have dinner after I got off work. He came and got me. And there was a rapper. Hold on. There was a friend of mine whose kid is getting ready to graduate, and he's dressed up with this, and he looked very nice, but I could tell it was mimicking a lot of the rappers that are out. And then he did this little, and I'm like, oh my God, be you. Don't try, and when you hit on here, don't try to be all these other folks. Bruh, be you. He's a good-looking young man. You don't have to mimic other people. I'm such a geek in high school. I was what they call preppy. I liked what I like. I'm a geek. I don't care about well, I'm going to say this. I don't care about name brands. I like things that I like the way they look. So, for example, for cars for me, when I was thinner and younger, I love Volkswagens. The Bug, the Bus, the Thing, the Gia. Those weren't anything that most people my age would know about, but I thought they were just cute cars. I enjoyed them. I thought they were cool. I really didn't give a dang what other people thought. I was a huge nerd, a popular nerd. That's exactly what I was. Then as I've gotten older, the first car I liked was the square box. I had a friend go, like, this car is ugly. Bro, I'm not buying this car for you. I like it. I think it's cute. And I think it makes sense. It was square and roomy. It made sense. As soon as I looked at it, I'm like, oh, you could carry stuff in there. You could move stuff. You ain't got to bother nobody. I moved almost a whole apartment other than the furniture in that little car. Laid the seats down and did some work. It makes sense. It's like Linda gets in my, she said, I never knew this little car was that roomy. The little rat car. Rats, hamsters, whatever, in the commercial. And it's a geeky car, but it's cute and geeky to me. Other folks ain't gotta like it because I don't care what you think. But so many people are living their lives to be other folks. And then that person you're worshiping, when they fall from grace, it's just ugly. And I'm watching people, and I'm sitting up here and I'm listening to folks. Like I was talking about them two young ladies who went separate ways. They both are YouTube influencers, and they went two separate ways. I'm listening to both of them. Now, one of them I can kind of tell, at least from what I'm discerning. I could be wrong. I get that she's sincere. The other one, that baby right there. That's all I can say. I'm just shaking my head going, baby, it is all about her. She's in a narcissistic world, and she's in a narcissistic view of God. And she's being taught by probably a pastor who teaches narcissistic worship and belief. It's all about you and your relationship with God. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. I won't go into that right now. But the same thing, when I saw that video where he kicked the hell out that woman and pulled, and then I watched his little, it felt so, I was like, this just don't, I didn't get sincerity. I got more sincerity when R. Kelly got pulled the first time talking about his issues, and he's like, I know I messed up. I got sincerity, he knew he was jacked up. I didn't get sincerity he was going to stop. But I got honesty. This other one, I got that he really don't give a dang. He believe he can do what he wants to do, and the only reason he's dealing with it now is because public is looking at him in a bad way, and that's what probably his lawyers and his publicists told him to do. It just didn't. I was like, I'm not feeling sincerity. I don't even know if you're really getting help, and if you are going to counseling, you might just be doing it just because you know you're gonna need to do it for whatever's coming up here in the very near future in conjunction with you. And maybe you can try to blame whatever your issues are on mental issues and everything else in order to try to walk away from this as best as you can. But the fact that your little son is doing rapey stuff, he learned it from somewhere. Is my thought process. I could be wrong, but he usually the apples don't fall too far from the tree. That's why I tell most people now, you meet me, I can be an a-hole. I come from two a-holes. I come from two parents with a-hole tendencies. And it's not, I'm aware of it, so I try not to go in that vein, but you hit me the wrong way, I can be a butthole. Because I come from two who were toxic buttholes, and I've come from damage. The thing is that I'm more honest with my situation. You got a lot of people walking around, I got the sun coming in here, that aren't honest about their situation. And they have no intentions on being honest. But a lot of people are broken. And do I think he's broken? Absolutely. My prayers go out to him. I pray he gets it right. Even R. Kelly, who I think is a perv. I pray that whatever's going on, he gets with the Lord, gets his life right. And I don't wish, like I said, I don't wish hell on nobody, even if they buttholes, even if they pervs, even if they got massive demons on board. I hope they get some deliverance and some freedom, because hell was not meant for man. It was meant for Satan. But there's going to be a whole bunch of people that's going to be joining them. And I'm praying to God I'm not one of them ever. One of my prayers is, God, keep my hand in your hand for a reason. But yeah, I saw that, and I want to come on here because I see so many. And when I met with my friend, we were talking about my other associate's son. And he's like, yeah, I saw him on Facebook. He said, but Shannon, the way he was dressed and the posing, I said, that's because he's mimicking these hip hop ratchet stars that they have in the hip hop group today. Is just extra ratchet to me. Zero talent, zero talent from what we had before. And I'll be honest, the individual that we did have, I think he might have produced some decent entertainers, but in reality, he never, I'm trying to think he really to me never produced any divas. He did produce some songs for divas. Like he did some stuff with Mariah Carey. I'm going to say hip hop soul, who has a decent Mary J. Blige. He did some stuff with her. But like on the level of him signing a Mariah Carey, no. Or Whitney Houston, no. Never. But we do need to be careful on what we worship. That much is the case. How's everything else, Miss Wendy? Because I'm getting off of here in a minute. I got to get ready to do homework, and I am tired. I got up early. I only worked 4 days this week. Praise God for Memorial Day weekend coming up this week coming up. But I took Friday off, so I only got to work 4 days. Praise Jesus. I only work 4 days. But let me know how you doing if you're still here. If not, it's okay. I'm gonna be closing this out. I'm gonna look up Gypsy. You said Gypsy somebody. I'm gonna look her up and see what I find out about her. Oh, 70s is nice for Colorado. I got my AC on right now. Yesterday I left out the house. I think we're 80. When I left out it was 84. I think got to 90. I did go and wash the car. I had breakfast. So I did some grocery shopping. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I'm gonna look her up and see what I can find on her. But I did a few things yesterday. And then I came home, and I've been home. I was gonna do laundry today, but since I'm gonna do like a 4-day week and I'm work from home, I'll probably do laundry either Thursday night or Friday morning. I haven't really decided. You have to do it early because it's hot at the laundromat. But I'll do laundry one of those days. And I might do it Thursday after I get off work. I haven't really decided. It's only around the corner. I've been saying I'm getting one of the machines. Oh, I did order. So y'all been asking. I think it was Tanya asked. I did order a raised bed for the backyard. So it's supposed to be here between now and the end of the week. I did do that. So that should be coming in. And I'm gardening late, but Arizona, we're hitting May, so I still could be late with putting stuff in the ground, and I could buy, just go to the big box and get some pre-planted plants and start that way, and I may do some direct seeds. I do have one drip system. I'll probably, on my next payday, order another drip thing. It's from Amazon. It's one I've used before. It's nothing fancy, but it does have a timer on it. And so I might go ahead. I'm probably going to go ahead and set that up. I'll probably set that up here. The first one, I set up the raised bed. I'll be setting that up. And I got it from Amazon, or not Amazon. I have to raise, Walmart been doing a lot. Walmart online has had some good deals. Like I just bought, I'll show you. So I just got this right here, an ice machine. So I just got that. And I was showing earlier, because I'm in the summer months. Well, actually, I like ice almost all times of year. The light is coming in really hard from over here, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to use my little Trader Joe's bag. But the light is coming in really hard from over there. That tells you the sun's getting ready to set down. But I ordered this garment, so I'm going to be putting it in when it comes. It looks easy, but me and Walmart I've come into some good deals on Walmart.com, and lately I was a big Amazon orderer, but Walmart.com has been beating out Amazon. So if I look for something on Amazon and I go to Walmart.com, I can get it. I also can afterpay it through the gift card. So I've really been doing some shopping when I need something from I'll look on Amazon, and then I'll go price check it on Walmart.com. Walmart.com original ice machines were 80 plus. Amazon, the same thing. And so they had a sale on this one, and they were like, hey, this thing is on sale. You've been watching. So I was like, okay, let me order it. So I ordered it, and it wasn't supposed to arrive until close to the end of next week. And they said it's going to arrive early. And boom, it was here. So I made me some ice, which I love, because my freezers are packed with meat and other stuff. And so I can't even put ice trays up in there. And I kind of like the fact of just being able to pour and not getting the refrigerator smell if the refrigerator is not, just make the icing machine. So that's what I've been doing. And you put your purified water in there, and it cranks it out. So this is my first time using it. I got it today. And so that's it. But yeah, I've just been chilling. I'm going to throw this on the table. Y'all give me some feedback. I went to I have the physician assistant currently. And as you guys know, I was looking at the weight loss surgery, but he's also suggesting Ozempic. I'm researching it. Y'all give me feedback on what you think or what you know. I am leaning towards the Ozempic. Since I'm a diabetic already, it is an insulin based. I'm not insulin based, but it's an insulin based type drug, but it's also helping with weight loss. I've maintained my sugars, but it may help me, as he said, get me to where I'm comfortable. And there were things he had question marks on the surgery, as did I, with some of the side effects with the surgery. So, yeah, y'all give me feedback on that for those of you who watch this later. Anyway, I'm getting ready to get off here. Wendy, much love, peace, joy, happiness, 2 and 2. Tell the dude to be safe on the road. Make sure the ticker's okay. Oh, that's the other thing. He was going to try to put me on a statin, but I don't have cholesterol issues. I didn't pick it up because I read a lot of the side effects, and he's like, oh, it's a preventative to protect the heart. I'm on a blood thinner, so it is highly unlikely on a blood thinner for me to have a heart attack. It's not impossible, but it would be very rare. And usually a statin is for cholesterol. I don't have cholesterol issues. So I put a pause on that until I can actually see him again in 3 months, and we'll talk about it. But I am leaning towards the Ozempic. So y'all give me some feedback. Anyway, 2 and 2, be blessed. Peace.